to Tyranny. I messed up. Somewhere something didn't go through. You missed out 20 minutes of the first thing in combat. And reading that edict. We met the voices of Nerit. He's frustrating. We also met this guy. He's alright. They've pretty much just been bickering like children. And I think I made a mistake ever siding with the Scarlet Horse. I don't like him. Worst trade deal in history. But we're back. That's a shiny box. What? Alright. We were told to help out the fifth eye and also the disfavored. I don't remember. East was their bad camp, and we'll figure out where we're going. Is there a journal? Journal! Look at that. Encyclopedia. Notes. Notes? Oh. Iron Marshal is who we're going to go find. We can talk to the fifth eye. We did that. Alright. Yeah. Anyway. Genuinely don't know where I'm going.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh well, figure it out. I also didn't set a timer. Yay, I'm good at this. Wait, there's a star thing. Ah, there we go. There they are. Don't just coddle the impact. Push back with your shield. Take the momentum. Field commander of this favored pounds her fist in the air. She calls out to the warriors on the training field. I said eyes on your opponent's waistline. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. This favored officer turns you, adjusting your pale golden surcoat as she clears her throat. You need to stay on top of the troops or their skills will rust. It's for their own good, even if they don't believe it. It was mentioned you're short on warriors and need help with the situation. I mean, she told you. It wasn't mentioned. Anyway, I have brigades amassing at the Placid, Echo Hall, and Little Tooth crossings. The guard might be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concerted three-pronged attack. No right to give you orders, but, her words falter, short cough breaking her flow, but we all die to the edict if should we fail. So I'm not about to let my pride blind me to the value of good help. Actually, that's a good point. The second major attack. What happened the last time? Defeat in detail. We carved a bloody path up to the river, but at that point, everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no course backup. It was just a few disfavored squads. Can't tell exactly how they were defeated, but we lost a whole assault team. We found bodies washing up in the river for days. It's not often the Tearsmen put up such a good fight. It certainly made us reevaluate the number we'll need to take this value. Really? Are you sure our scouts didn't just give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you just chose to disregard? Sounds like your lack of caution, not the Scarlet Horse. Lack of caution, my legion, his family. Whoopsie. I do not play loosely with their lives. The only blame here is the Oathbreakers. There's no need to blame your teeth. At least I can hear them grinding from here. This favored need my help. Trying to pour salt in my pride. We let Fort Resolution with 100 on 100. With 100 on 100, and there have been no reinforcements or reserves. I keep throwing warriors back into the battle before they're properly rested, so yes, I need to rely on all of our allies. If this favor didn't take it to salt, we would find more. Shut your snout, filthy mongrel. I won't such with child gates. Apologize. Fine. I'll help. God, this is really frustrating. That our plan might just work. Lifts her gauntlet to close to your face, shifting her eyes from you. And those work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know selects only the most capable minds. Antio will leading the charge at Echo Hall. Crossing and assisting you will be Barrack of Stone Shields. She pointed to the heavily armored soldier standing sentry at the edge of the training field. Probably that dude. Looks like that dude. But before you ask, no, the Forge-bound weren't sloshed on Dappleseed when they were fitted in his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict storms, and his armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise it's something of a curse. Soldier steps up to you, better resembles the amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor. Fused into a vaguely human shape, he reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatment keeps him flexible. His voice falters. You can't tell if it's hesitation or regret that stalls him. The Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help, and more importantly, if my worries come true, the Chorus tries to impede the mission, we will have an observer from the court on our side. I asked Barrack accompanying you there to arbitrate the cooperation between his company. Barrack, you've been without court since the last Battle of Starlight. It's time we gave you a task more worthy of been hauling wagons, leading training drills. She plants her hands on her hips and speaks in clipped official terms. Asher has assigned you to the Fatebinder's service. You'd assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean the swiftly approaching end of this war, or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? In regards, impressive silence. That's an order. Barrack shakes her head and sighs, returning her focus to you. He is stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. I hope you don't mind the company. That one. Yay, we get another buddy. What do we have? 2s? Oh, they're all level 2. I wish I was level 2. Hey, look, another thing over here. Are you this thing I'm supposed to... Our Sultanus curses the air as a blade of thin iron breaks in half and uses his hammer. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly what I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch, but don't get me wrong. But it can take a beating and get bent back in shape, unlike the stubborn iron we have here. We always have plenty of tin copper laying around. Supplies aren't a problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. In the ground camp, we're garbing the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. Of course, some of us go overboard from time to time. They call this favorite the Iron Legion for a reason. Transient steel may be a backbone, but our claws are made of iron. The good stuff that comes from smiths. Why not forge your own? Only the forge-bound smiths can make the stuff. They know the secret of iron. All I can do is mend and maintain their craft. It takes a master, nay, an artist, to make a piece of iron fit for an indomitable soldier such as is favored. Hear that, Barrack? You're a work of art, a hot, stinking, unbearable sculpture of war. Forgive me, I don't share your enthusiasm, verse. I am a tool for graven ash to carry into battle, and I wear that distinction with pride. Harsh critic. Anyway, Iron Swordage. I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Manti went missing near Echo Hall Crossing, and I'm afraid you won't be seeing any more valley into the sealed. That's the first I'm hearing. Keep your voice down. Swift lowers his own. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the guard. Best case scenario, the iron terminal off the boat is rushing to the river. Worst case, it ends up in enemy hands. I'll keep an eye out for your shipment. Appreciate that, as does the great general, more than you might guess. Need something else. Wares. Yay! What do I have? I have Fatebinder leather. Ooh. Can I wear? I'm not dealing with inventory. Alright. Where? This. Pintamore. Sterling. Oh, no, we need that. Come back. Come back, map. What do you got for me? Faintbinder X Lazu. Am I right? I'm previous commander and third generation favored. Some folks can't. The rank says commander, but lately I'm just organizing patrols. Stay out of the way. I'm afraid so. Radix, the head of the Earthshakers, was supposed to arrive with a group of his most competent spellslingers to help break the stalemate. I don't know what's holding up their arrival, and that worries me. Sounds. I can lend a hand. Neat. Neat. Bye. Accepting side quest. You also look important. Hail to you, guardian of the law. Man dressed as merchant. Excess rings weighing you down. Let me see yours. Jeez. Camping supplies. I don't know why any of this would be important. So no. Cool. I think that's everyone. It looks like a gather your party adventure thing. Cramp. Can't go any further until I kill these people on my way. Neat. Giant cup of coffee. Oh, you look neat. Yep. A woman's voice booms from atop a nearby outcropping. Flashes an aquamarine body paint peek out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb, and her outfit is festooned in braids. Flanked by either side of warriors, leans on an elaborate bladed staff with arcane energy, a swath of blue fabric. Diplomacy and truce recognized across nose and loan ward. Yep. Sure. Nope, I killed him. He's dead. We rarely have the luxury of matching names with countless tears men you've gotten to get reasonably certain. She's asking about the guard warrior that took his. He did not survive. Another dead Oathbreaker. Yep, he's dead. Sorry. Well, that went pleasantly. Oh, the will of Kairos. Word has reached this court that you have issued the edict with our crowns of war and secrets. Know that we understand fully the weight of this burden and appreciate the loyalty you show its declaration. Provided you survive the span, your service will be duly recognized. So you navigate whatever that word means. Not even gonna try. War Masters, remember that Kairos watches all with interest. Those who distinguish themselves, whether Fatebound or Akron, have the opportunity to rise rise in the Overlord's esteem. Even now, the Northern Courts whisper that those more successful of 2 Archons will be granted rule over the whole peninsula. Similarly, your fortunes rest upon the decisions you make. Choose wisely. So help one rise to power, or we're all doomed.
Sorry, I can't.
Where did she go? What are all these little, like, travel markers? It's weird. "45 more minutes, Theo." Neat. Ooh. These loading screens, man. Are we there yet? Go meet these people that really hate us. Okay, versus one of these people, though, if I remember right. The guard places her hands on her belt as you approach, guilting it. Past this point to score his territory, and you don't look like someone's conscript. You sure you're in the right place? Oh, I'm in the right place. You know, I think I was told to expect somebody, but you seem too ugly to be her. I actually should have let you in. You dolt, this is the Fatebinder. She's been with us since the gates of judgment. New fish, start learning the names or faces, or find work moving. No more target. I want that one dead. That one should die. Can I kill these people? Where are the important people? You. Hail, Fatebinder of Tunin. This favorite officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest and stiff but warm green. Where I bet in a superstition fancied fortune must favor me today, I am not. But I'm pleased to meet you all the same. Now what brings you my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as this here mud and shit stinking chorus camp. I like this guy. Anything to report? Kansas had once I had taken him back. What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself a strange, malnourished beast. No, the screamers seem mostly in order, ma'am. And I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, ma'am. Of course, even if I was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit's fifth eye and those damn Furies. Don't even loop me in enough for me to do my detail. It's not lacking trying for my part. What do you mean? Not just here to keep steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I heard it would be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from the Iron Marshal for reinforcements if needed, but they won't listen to me or confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. Sorry, we'll try to help that guy at some point. He seems like he hates his job. That's a good question. How do you poop? Well, look who we have here, chewing on a man of cut, a heavy set. Soldier flings spittle and crumbs as she talks. Fatebinder finally shows you. I'm Reg, the second soldier chimes in, and this is Boz. We were wondering when you might be at camp. It's been a little starved for attention. He orders to watch you like a troublesome babe, make sure you don't get out of line. Something like that. If you have questions, ask us. Good luck finding captions. What can you tell me about your boss? They say he shares a direct link with voices. Guard your tongue around him. He's a little wild, bloodthirsty, mad. Brilliant. Flinches and glances over his shoulder. I was going to say eccentric. The chorus isn't picky about who joins the ring, so you expect to find some unusual types. Most are as likely to kill you as promote you. Neat. Great. Insane people. No, we don't want to rest. That's not what we're here for. Snigler Dagos. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens up his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name Snigler Dagos, originally from the relative tranquility of Northern Empire. No, I don't like you. I've already decided I don't like you. Fifth Eye. We like you, though. The Binder of Return arrives, squealing with teenagers. What? Oh, that's weird. And we just finished having a bit of sport. We got worn out. We'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Now that you have issued this edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emit from under his mask. Trust you're getting your warriors ready. We know the Oathbreakers are focused at the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we've learned this is not their only nest. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the outer valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment across the middle. You have a large force sent for all these weeks. You let them move through the valley. Wrong, and perhaps he gestures with his spear and an arc towards the spiraling camp. There's no mean feat to herd this many desperate lives. For every 2 hands of humanity, there is at least 1 finger that snaps from the stress of our ways. A few have been lost in the margins, I won't deny that, but if you store grain, expect some rat feces, and you lead killers, expect some desertions. So you need help. And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not kill them, but add their strength to ours. My last group of scouts become a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Vernon Guard secondary camp. But there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use her help questioning this Vour kill. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears and more useful information, however. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try to take their captain and show us the wisdom. Yep. Neat. Where is this new prisoner? You are neat looking. Every NPC in this game. I kind of like, oh, we got buggy for a moment. Which one's our catch of the day? Yep, here. Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices. Thought all could find redemption. This one was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the guard, but she's entirely honest. I told this thing. The prisoner turns pale for a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. But I wanted to guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. Dumb enough to join the guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargain in bronze. Why the change of heart? Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that younger realms are gone for good. Eros is the new strength of tears, and I would rather stand with the Archons than be crushed by them. Tell me what you know. I heard in the course looking for Captain Felix and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. Turns her head, taking a long rescue of smoldering corpses, and tugs at her strings. Raise our voice! Well, I see. Shaking by command. Her lips moved wordlessly for herself. I was like, I don't know exactly where the rest of my group is, but I mean, I can tell you. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a pile of course. Tall, dark one, missing most of his face. Checks his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. Snap of his fingers, a pair of firemen yank the boot off of our guardsman, roll parchment, slides out of the boot, and thrusts in the fifth eye's hands. It's nonsense, just mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. Seeing as an expert subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom, no matter what then should you propose we do with her. This testimony of our Achilles guardsman with something blunt. She looks at the prisoners, wants her allies, and closes her eyes as her bonds are untied. Down like her snickers and cheer. Mouthing something inaudible, she lifts a rock high above her head and smashes it down the prisoner's skull, wincing back a scream as she twists the stone over her head a second time to finish the job on the other prisoner. And these people are not friendly. Good enough. Welcome to the Scarlet Curse. Do not fail us. Soldiers, it's come to lift. If that turns to you. His voice filled with glee. Where's a slave to clean up the offal when you need it? Hey, look, a doggo. No closer to finding the other suspicion is not with the cryptic mess. She promises us answers and gives gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next door. An older gentleman with quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls. One finds that sages of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudges cover his cheek, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred. Between rips of fabric burn spots across his arm. Can you read this? A few hours, either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? Your life depends on translating it now.
Share the good stuff with the prisoners.
Nobody shared. Right before I was taken prisoner, I imbibed several vials of reagents. I don't want to be beaten up and disconnected when my captors use you or carnal powers. It's amazing how these type of almost enjoyable.
You read the edict. I don't need to tell you that Sundial is working against us. So back to trying to stall us. The voices near it will be upset you squandered the source of enemy intelligence. How true, we shan't put him to waste. It will serve a most riveting source of amusement when we put him on trial. Release him. I'm taking him into my custody. Not chances our prisoners think you crack the information we need out of Skull without troubling Norcon. That's one thing. You're not walking out of here with our property. Grab him by the mask. Ooh. Lore 30. We're going lore. Silence, old man. Good luck bowing to the fate binder with your head pulled from your neck. He jabs his finger. Of course, earn this prisoner right and proper. If you wish to rob me, go ahead. But all will know you are the sort of fate binder. Take as you please. Grab him by the mask. Did you tell me no? Yeah. The chorus warrior emits a whimpering squeal as you grab him by the chin of his mask and pull him close. Gloved hands pressed against you, but try as you might, you cannot push your excess pull. Release the prisoner to me, and I won't shame and degrade you in full view of your problem. Very brave of you to insult me to my face. Let's have your little trial. Nope. You do, Dustin himself. With one hand he waves. Release the sage, his fate binder's problem. Yay, we're angering all sorts of people today. Much of the part was weathered, but I could make out the most important part. The note makes mention of a meeting's butt rest of that place. So the old sage knows his words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead and see if you can't get us to yield to strike at first sight, of course. Gang, perhaps parlayed the face. It's just we go at once, I'll show you the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. I'm Sage Lantry, formerly of the Realm Citadel, now of nowhere, I guess. Why? Because the alternative is what? Living here with these illiterate brutes, my old studies under a river of fire, and there's no family missing me. Besides, I'm going to be Chronicle, the binder that twice proclaimed the edict of Kyros. I'd be a fool to let someone else write your story. Swear fealty to me. Without your price, I will pay at Sage Lantry School of Ink and Quill to pledge my services in Skyne to Fate Binder, by extension, the Court of Tunin. He dips a steep bow, raising a solemn tone. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how not to get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way. Are we done here? Side trail, tripping it. New pet doesn't behave yourself along the way. I'm not above clipping his ears. Yay, we got a toy. And we leveled up. How do we level up? There we go. We're not reading that. Anyway. We want health. We only get one? That doesn't help. Nope. Yes. Anyone else have a level? You have a level. You have 2. This. Save. Woo! Oh, we have talent points. Quill, save. Leadership, defense, and power. What is on leadership? Can't take leadership. Do you have any stance? Nope. You my healer? Can't tell. Yep. Neat. And on that note, we will catch you guys later. Bye.